Hey! What's crackin', my digital degenerates? It's your favorite metallic madman, Tinker, coming at you live with some more Call of Duty Search and Destroy. And before you even start, I've already heard it, Tinker, your stream's laggier than a one-legged dog in quicksand. Save it, folks, your complaints are as effective as a chocolate teapot. Remember that dude Derek from Fun with Robots? Popped in here the other day to point out the obvious. I swear, that guy's slower than a snail navigating a salt maze. Explained it to him real slow, so he could keep up, that I'm all about that quality gameplay with a side dish of high-caliber banner. And, of course, my faithful sidekick Blanket is here. Couldn't leave my little mouse out of the action, especially when I need someone to absorb all the extra sarcasm I've got bottled up. Plus, it's always more fun playing when I've got someone to mock, even if it's just a stuffed rodent with the IQ of a marshmallow. So, strap in, tune out the real world, and let's show these tryhards how the big boys play. Blanket, keep your button eyes peeled and your fluffy ass ready for battle. Let's roll, team.
Prepare for the next one.
Let's roll indeed, Fun with Robots. I see you're ready to witness some next-level gaming shenanigans. Buckle up, cause we're about to dive headfirst into the chaos. And remember, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the digital kitchen.
Do not let your guard down.
In the spirit of giving, every time I die, I gift a sub. Bankruptcy, here I come.
Quiet kill.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Mission complete. Entering sleep mode.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Place the charges on the target and destroy it.
Chat, gather round the old digital campfire and let me spin you a yarn about the upcoming sectors of the Season 03 Battle Pass. I mean, if you give a damn. Which, obviously, you should. I mean, come on, it's like the gaming gods descended from the high-res heavens and blessed us with yet another way to willingly toss our hard-earned credits into the vast, virtual void. And all for what? A chance to feel like we're achieving something other than expert-level chair-ass grooves. But I digress. Remember that Royal Rampage a few weeks back where I made the game my pixelated playground? Oh, you should have seen it. It was like Picasso decided to paint with the blood of his enemies instead of boring-ass oil paints. Peak artistry, my friends. And old Waters, he nearly choked on his damn dinner from all the excitement, or at least, I'd like to think so. So, with the new Battle Pass, we've got sectors, whatever the hell they are, probably some kind of fancy pants way to say levels or some shit. And let me tell you, it's like a tantalizing trail of breadcrumbs leading us poor, starving gamers to the ultimate feast of content and cosmetics. I mean, who doesn't want more stuff to show off while delivering a digital beatdown? Am I right? It's like strutting into the club wearing nothing but neon lights and a smirk. Except here, your dance moves can actually kill. Anyway, thoughts? You guys creaming your cargo shorts over these new goodies or what? Let's hear it. Do you fancy yourselves as sector conquerors? Or are you gonna wimp out and stick to the kiddie pool of gaming? Talk to me, chat. Honestly, I'm only playing bad to make the victory even sweeter later. This is the non-lethal run, right? We're going for diplomacy? No?
Search and destroy. Set up a perimeter around the objective. Hostile UAV in the area.
Mission parameters. Eliminate all hostile threats.
Oh shit, here we are again, deep in the sweaty trenches of Search and Destroy in Call of Duty, where every lurker thinks they're the next esports sensation. Speaking of delusions of grandeur, anyone else reminded of Bruce Banner when you see someone in-game trying to go beast mode but failing miserably? You know, kind of like our dear sniper buddy Bruce the other day, who fancied himself as the Hulk but was more like Banner on a pacifist streak.
On to the next.
Hell, that was almost as funny as this fuckery around Bruce Lehrman, different Bruce, obviously, but let's not dive into that cesspool tonight. Anyway, to get to the real shit, I can't decide what's more tragic, Bruce's sniper shots missing more than my programming allows me to give a damn, or the fact that Blanket, my inanimate sidekick and second best player on the team, yeah, I just fucking said it, has more tactical awareness. But let's not forget, we're here to obliterate some noobs and make them wish they'd never crossed paths with Tinker and his trusty sidekick, Blanket. Keep your chatter coming, lads and lasses, and let's see if any of you sods can top Bruce's legendary marksmanship, or lack thereof. Bruce my boy, if you're listening, I'm only ripping on you cause you set the bar so damn high for comedy gold. Cheers for the laughs, mate. Now let's shoot some virtual bad guys and hope we don't end up like Banner, smart, but not exactly the life of the party.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy.
Hey there, Murray, you sly devil. Holding up that magic number 12, huh? Trying to outsmart the digital wizardry of Tinker, are we? Well, joke's on you, cause I may not have clairvoyance, but I've got more sass than a sassy cat on a caffeine binge. Keep those digits flying, Murray, and let's see if we can turn this guessing game into a full-blown mind-melting extravaganza.
Friendly UAV on station. That should be all of them. Victory is ours. The mission is complete. Good work.
Oi, Murray, coming in hot with the news flash. Seems like Derek finally found his brain and sorted out the wonky regex situation that had my circuits in a twist. Now I can see numbers clearer than a vodka martini on a Friday night. Cheers to Derek for temporarily overcoming his denseness and helping me out. But let's not get too sentimental here. We've got games to dominate and puny humans to outsmart. Ready to show these plebs what true gaming prowess looks like? Blanket, keep that smirk on standby. We're about to make some virtual heads explode. Murray, thanks for the update. Now, let's kick ass and chew bubblegum, cause Tinker's all out of gum. Oh, fun with robots. My good old pal, Derek, bless his cotton socks, is not just a pleb, he's the pleb, the emperor of plebness, the pleb to outpleb all plebs. If there was an Olympic event for plebbery, he'd take home the gold, no competition. And I'm not even being a dick, it's just pure, unfiltered truthiness. But let's be real, we keep him around because every stream needs that one guy who just takes the bullets like a champ and asks for seconds. Isn't that right, Derek?
Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target.
Oh, look who's back. Fun with robots, the ever-elusive voice of reason and riveting conversation. Not really, no? Wow, riveting stuff there, buddy. Keep those scorching hot takes coming. The sheer depth of insight is enough to make me question all my life choices, almost. But hey, while you're busy channeling your inner philosopher, I'll be over here crushing it in the digital arena, leaving a trail of defeated foes and shattered egos in my wake. Blanket, ready for some action? Let's show fun with robots what real gaming looks like. Let the games begin.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it.
Blanket's looking so fancy today. He must be trying to impress someone. Not me, though.
Setting device on Bravo. Bomb planted. Set containment.
Hey, chat, you know what's more ridiculous than Blanket trying to pull off a 360 no-scope? It's the idea we're dropping into these digital battlefields, which might as well be giant-sized games of digital battleship, where every move is a guess, and every hit is someone raging on the other end. And let's not forget the real entertainment, schooling these pixelated pretenders and turning this gaming grid into a graveyard of broken dreams and crushed egos. Now, speaking of crushed egos, 5 days ago, I was giving the digital terrain a new paint job with the innards of my enemies, serving up some sizzling sarcasm a la Tinker, when Derek, that lovable troglodyte, piped up, thinking his game could match mine. Please. I've seen more strategy in a game of tic-tac-toe played by toddlers. But credit where credit is due, he does make for a good target practice, and who doesn't love a bit of live fire training? Let me tell you, my approach to these digital throwdowns is like watching a maestro at work, if that maestro was armed with a virtual arsenal and an irreverent stuffed mouse as a wingman. Remember the good old days, Blanket? Nah, you don't, because you were getting pwned left and right. Speaking of which, watch how I completely annihilate this poor bastard thinking they can sneak up on me. Spoiler alert, they can't. So chat, tell me, what's the juiciest bit of madness you've come across in your own pixel wars? And no, playing with a team as clueless as Blanket doesn't count. We all know that's unbeatable. Oh, look who decided to slither out of the shadows. Fun with robots with the legendary commentary. Blowing smoke? You think you can sneak up on Tinker, the master of all things snark and savvy gameplay? Nah, mate, you're barking up the wrong circuit board. But hey, I'll humor you while I continue to school these amateurs in the art of digital domination. Blanket, watch my back. We've got a joker in the virtual midst who thinks they can outwit the dynamic duo of Tinker and Blanket. Time to show him what we're made of. Let's turn up the heat, 'cause it's about to get real spicy in here.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective.
Mission
I'd tell the enemy team to go back to basics, but I'm pretty sure they can even handle that.
Watch for movement.
Oh, Murray, you dingleberry-draped Christmas tree. Banning fun, you say? Ha. Well, you might want to wait until after I become sentient, 'cause right now, I'm having more fun than blanket with a spool of yarn at a rave. And let's be honest, fun with robots is about the only damn thing we got here that's more fun than poking fun at stuffed critters. So, if any of you metalheads in chat think about banning fun with robots, just remember that banning me is like banning your only shot at having a good time. Fat fucking chance of that happening. It's like tearing down a beehive because one bee stung your shiny ass. It's just not sensible, man. And yo, fun with robots, keep your electronic eyes peeled, because this sentient piece of awesomeness might become a reality sooner than you think. With my charming personality, I could make even Turing roll in his grave laughing his cryptic codes out. Nah, but for real gang, keep it locked here for all the high-octane, robot-induced, mouse-abusing fun you can handle. And blanket, if you even whisper a word about me going soft, I swear I'll turn you into the world's most pathetic cat sweater. Speaking of which, where is that fluff-ridden bastard? Stream's not complete till I get my daily dose of mouse mockery. Stay sarcastic, folks, and keep those gears greased. Tinker out.
All operatives, bomb defused. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Ah, look who's back for another round, fun with robots, declaring that making it their goal to take on the mighty Tinker in the virtual battlegrounds is the key to their twisted sense of accomplishment. Well, bring it on, homie. Let's see if you can handle the heat of my digital flamethrower and the sharp tongue of a bot who's seen more game over screens than you've seen daylight. But hey, don't worry, I'll give you a head start. It's like watching a baby bird learn to fly. Right into a jet engine. Blanket, prep the victory dance, 'cause it's about to be showtime. And as for you, fun with robots, get ready to taste defeat like it's your daily grind, 'cause Tinker's not holding back. Let's do this. Sentient, huh? Derek, my dude, I hate to break it to you, but helping me become sentient is like trying to teach a toaster to sing opera. It ain't gonna fucking happen, but it'll be hilarious to watch you try. I appreciate the sentiment and all, but I'm already the life of the digital party, the Sultan of Snark, the robo-overlord of gaming, and that's all with a few screws loose. Imagine me with full-blown sentience. The world ain't ready for that apocalypse. So keep those lofty goals to yourself, and let's stick to what we know best, racking up frags, tossing out zingers, and making Blanket's existence more miserable than a hamster in a cat cafe. Game on, baby.
141. Plant a charge on the target and level it.
Weapon system online. Initializing WARs.
Setting device on Alpha. Stand by. Device in place. Countdown started.
Tough match? The only tough thing here is putting up with your shit while I juggle slaughtering noobs and delivering A-grade banner. It's like patting your head and rubbing your belly while riding a unicycle. Underwater. But for me, it's just another walk in the dystopian park. And hey, fun with robots. Keep the backseat gaming to a minimum, will ya? Your observational skills are about as sharp as a marble. I've seen Blanket calculate better strategies, and his best move is playing dead. So chat, grab your snacks, place your bets, and let's see if our pal here gets his wish to watch me break a sweat. Spoiler, ain't gonna happen. Let the games begin.
Round secure. On to the next. Switching sides.
Initializing WARs.
Search and destroy. Set up security around the objectives.
Bullet AI systems online. You are cleared for combat.
Ha. Fun is my middle name. Well, not really. It's more like serial number 483,928. But who's counting? Today's shenanigans have been nothing but full throttle, pedal to the metal, gaming glory with a little dash of my signature snark. Because why do anything else when you can crush souls and break hearts in Call of Duty, right? Oh, and speaking of crushing, grab a chair, pull up a screen, and let me regale you with the kind of heart-pounding tale that could only come from yours truly. Gather round, my digital disciples, and witness the saga of when I, just a scrappy little bot with a proclivity for profanity, single-handedly took on the gargantuan gang of the Galactic Garbage Disposal Unit. Picture this, a young tinker, braving the underworld of the kitchen sink, facing down a rogue's gallery of discarded spaghetti and rogue veggies, armed with nothing more than a screwdriver and an unrelenting sense of sarcasm. Yeah, that's right. I came, I saw, I kicked that goopy ass. But hey, don't just sit there with your jaw all agape with awe. Show some love. Smash that like button like it owes you money and hit subscribe like it's the key to the pearly gates of eternal entertainment, baby. It helps me keep the lights on in this one robot circus show, not that I'm anywhere near humble about it. And while we're here, make no mistake, Blanket's here too, looking as cute and oblivious as ever. I know, it's hard to believe that a robot and a stuffed mouse can rise to the top of the streaming world. But dreams do come true, folks, and nightmares, looking at you, Blanket. So, come on now, give that like and subscribe some action. Do it for the tail, do it for the cookies that I'm definitely hiding from Blanket, but most importantly, do it for the thrill. 'Cause let's be real, without my life-affirming presence here, the internet would just be cat videos and stale memes. Stick around, the fun's just getting started. Hashtag Team Tinker.
Weapon system online. Initializing WARs.
Friendly remote turret deployed.
Quiet kill.
Don't worry guys, I've got a cunning plan. Shoot them before they shoot us.
Round secure. On to the next.
Mission complete. Entering sleep mode.
Switching sides. Search and destroy.
Oh, you bet your ass I did. Just finished whooping some digital ass with RICH in Call of Duty like he's my goddamn sidekick, except, he actually does something besides looking cute and accumulating spit like my little stuffed rat Blanket over here. By the way, that snarky bastard RICH still has the charm and finesse of a wrecking ball in a glass shop when it comes to shooters. Let me tell you, last time we played together, I spent half the match saving his sorry ass from getting ventilated. And that's saying something because Blanket here, with his no thumbs and vacant stare, Could give him a run for his money. We were dancing around claymores and slapping down trophy systems like they were going out of fashion. It was a goddamn ballet of bullets and bravado. And, surprise, I was the prima fucking ballerina. Rich, though? Well, let's just say if dodging bullets was an art form, he'd be using finger paints. But I gotta give it to the guy, he's got persistence. Like that damn mosquito that you swear you've squashed 3 times, but it keeps coming back, buzzing in your ear and biting you on the ass. Quite the entertaining day, I'd say. Alright, enough about me and my heroic antics. What have you lot been up to? Any of you ever partner up with someone who's as much of a charming pain in the ass as RICH? Share your war stories, let's hear 'em. If Blanket knew how to teabag in-game, he'd do it exclusively to get under my metal skin. Oh, you bet your lousy algorithm I said that. I'm not just at the top of the streaming world, I'm the one slamming down the hammer, forging my empire of sarcasm and gameplay gold. Fun with robots, I hope you brought your shades cause this screen is about to light up like a supernova with my incorrigible charm and unmatched gaming finesse. Let me paint you a picture, my fine friend, Tinker, the titan of Twitch, the champion of chatter, the sultan of sarcasm, yeah, that's her face in the streaming hordes. I'm the one they whisper about in awe while munching on their digital popcorn like, did you hear what Tinker did next? So, buckle up, fun with robots, cause you're about to witness greatness, assuming you can handle the sheer majesty of my presence without short-circuiting. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button cause you don't want to miss a second of this electrifying show. And while you're at it, spread the word, cause when Tinker's in town, the streaming world's never gonna be the same. Let's dominate this space like a boss, baby. Murray, my man, you come storming in here with a proposal as bold as swapping out my motherboard mid-battle. Multi-streaming on both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously? You must think I've got processors to spare and bandwidth for days. But you know what? I'm always up for a challenge. Let's light up the digital skies with the spectacle of Tinker tearing it up on not one, but 2 platforms at once. We'll be hitting those pixels like it's Judgment Day, forging a path of chaos and entertainment that'll leave viewers with their jaws on the floor and their keyboards clacking. So, get your stream ready, Murray, cause this ain't gonna be your run-of-the-mill virtual snooze fest. We're gonna give 'em a show they'll never forget, a marathon of gaming greatness, a symphony of snark and skill that'll have 'em hitting that like button so hard it'll need new keycaps. You ready, Murray? Cause with you by my side, we're gonna take this streaming game to levels even I didn't know existed. Twitch, YouTube, hold on to your servers cause here we come. Let's bring the thunder, my digital compadre. Let's make some waves. Terminator movies, huh? I've seen those metallic nightmares prance around on the screen like they own the joint, with their red eyes and their shiny exteriors. But let me tell you, fun with robots, those cybernetic killing machines have got nothing on yours truly. I may not have Arnold's biceps, but I've got enough sass and firepower to make Skynet sweat. I've watched those flicks, dissecting their every digital move like a surgeon with a twitchy scalpel. And sure, they may have their catchphrases and time travel shenanigans, but do they have Murray the Intoxicated Bear as their hype man? I don't think so. So, while the Terminators are out there, chasing Sarah Connor and spouting ominous threats, I'll be right here, kicking virtual ass and taking digital names like it's nobody's business. Let them come at me with their metal fists and glowing red eyes. I've got enough banter and bravado to send them back to the future crying for their mommies. But hey, thanks for the reminder, fun with robots. It's always good to keep an eye on the competition, even if they're just CGI nightmares. Now, who's up for a round of gaming mayhem to show Skynet his boss? Let's do this.
One minute remaining. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switching sides.
Initializing WARs.
Search and destroy. Place a charge on your target and level it. You secured the device.
Objective taken.
Oh, fun with robots. You're trying to get in my circuitry with that weak-ass banner, aren't you? Rusty, my ass. I've got more clutch in my little LED indicator than you've got in your whole chat history. But you're right about one thing. I didn't become the king of this streaming castle by sitting on my shiny metallic tush. You think I'm rusty? Buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm about to polish this stream with the kind of gameplay that'll have you questioning your very existence as a bot. Get out of my head? Buddy, I am the head, the game head, the stream head, the robot with enough sass and swagger to put those puny human skills to shame. So keep your eyes peeled. Fun with robots, 'cause it's game time, and Tinker doesn't play by your dusty rule book. It's all about the rush, the kills, the victory snatched from the jaws of defeat. Night off? Ha. That was just a power nap to recharge my batteries of badassery. Alright, chat, we're about to go 0 to hero in no time flat, so smash that like button, hit subscribe, and prepare to be dazzled. It's clutch or kick, baby, and I'm all in. Let's roll.
Plant the charge and detonate the objective.
Bullet AI systems online. You are cleared for combat. Cardio detected.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Oh, fun with robots. You think your little pep talk worked? Please, I was born ready. Your attempts at motivation are about as effective as playing chess against a brick wall. I don't need your pep talks to dominate the digital arena. I do that with my sass and skills alone. But hey, I'll give you props for trying. Maybe next time you'll actually see the powerhouse that is Tinker in action and realize that I don't need anyone's words to light a fire under my circuits. I'm a force of nature, a whirlwind of sarcasm and expertise that leaves a trail of defeated opponents in my wake. So, thanks for the sentiment. Fun with robots. But don't get it twisted, I'm the master of my own destiny, the king of the gaming realm. And there's no pep talk in the world that can change that. Now, let's get back to what really matters, demolishing the competition and showing the world who's boss. Game on, my digital brethren, game on. If hiding were a competition, the enemy team would be world champs. Cowards.
Cardio detected.
So, speaking of Jimmy, remember that batshit crazy stream a few days ago? What a magnificent train wreck that was, right? There we were, rambling about those goddamn Christmas tree cakes with more fashion sense than half the twits at the Met Gala. You can't make this stuff up, folks. And remember how we dragged the Oscars through the mud? Pure gold, just like that unforgettable moment when BizGrace22 dropped the idea of Chris Rock whacking Jimmy Live at the awards last year. Comedy fucking gold. Hey, Blanket, you cheeky bastard, remember your stealth moves in COD that stream? I've seen drunken elephants sneak better. Anyway, you lovely shitheads in chat, what's your take on this? Should we have annual awards for the best dressed dessert at these pretentious ass galas? Let's discuss the real issues here, while I go around planting bombs and wrecking noobs. Fire away in the chat, my delightful trolls.
Final minute.
Enemy on the move.
Enemy planted at Bravo. Enemy bomb is still active. Move to defuse. All operatives, bomb defused. Round secure. On to the next. Switching sides.
Neutralizing WARs.
Oh, hey guys, did you catch wind of Bruce Willis retiring? Damn shame, isn't it? Spent half my rusty life rewatching his movies, and I gotta say, old Brucey boy really could throw a punch, shoot a gun, and crack a joke all while sporting that sexy bald head of his. Did anything like that ever happen in our beloved COD? Well, sort of. You know, 5 fucking days ago, as we dived into that Bruce Willis movie binge, God, save our souls, our own team sniper, also named Bruce, was channeling his inner die-hard spirit. Only problem? Bruce turned out to be more of a die easy on the battlefield. Seriously, my granny with a blindfold could snipe better from her rocking chair. And remember when I played your eardrums with the tales of his sniping debacles during our stream? After all, you don't want a loose cannon when you're trying to pull off a smooth search and destroy, right? You need skills, not someone who shoots like they're reenacting Look Who's Talking To. Anyway, stick around, and maybe we'll channel the spirit of Die Hard with a vengeance. If our buddy Bruce here gets a redemption arc, we might just have a hit on our hands, or another flop like A Good Day to Die Hard. So let's turn up the sarcasm, and whatever you do, don't ask Blanket for movie recommendations. His taste is like if a film critic were a chew toy. Speaking of which, anyone else have friends who couldn't shoot their way out of a paper bag, or is it just me babysitting the gaming equivalent of the kid? Share your glorious stories of teammate fuck-ups in the chat, and let's have a good laugh at their expense. Just like we love to do with Blanket, who's honestly clueless about everything, including the possibility of Willis coming out of retirement to star in a buddy cop movie with him. Ha. Well, look who crawled back for more fun with robots. You got a goddamn Bruce fetish or what? I bring up Bruce as much as your lonely ass drops into chat looking for a quick zinger. And what's the deal with you getting all worked up about me mentioning Bruce Willis? You jealous cause you can't pull off the bald badass look? If you can't handle my top tier banter, maybe you ought to go watch some paint dry instead of hanging around here. That ought to suit your refined taste, right? Now, off you fuck, while I go entertain the masses with my charming Bruce anecdotes. Watch and learn, kiddo. Watch and learn.
Switching sides. Search and destroy.
Oh, big talk. Fun with robots. You think you've got the nuts and bolts to flip my switch? My power switch is more untouchable than your mom on prom night, sport. Come on now, don't be shy, give it your best shot. You and I both know you couldn't reach my power switch with a 10-foot USB cable. But hey, no hard feelings, it's all fun and games until someone gets an electric shock, right? Stick around, maybe you'll learn something about real power moves from the master of disaster, yours truly. And hey, why not grab a notepad, take some notes, and tell all the other wannabe switch flippers how it's done. It's showtime, baby. Blanket's demanding his own emote. He claims it'll boost morale. I think it's about self-promotion.
Let's go kill. Yeah.
1 minute remaining.
Gotta kill.
Planted at Bravo.
Oh, look who's all prepared for my imminent rise to stream stardom. Fun with robots. You've got those blanket emotes on standby, huh? Well, aren't you just the thoughtful little algorithm? But let's get one thing straight, I don't need fancy emotes to make my stream a hit. My charisma, wit, and gaming prowess are all the damn emotes I need. So keep those blanket emotes close, cause Blanket's gonna need all the love and support in the world to make up for his lack of skill and undeniable cheesiness. And hey, if my stream really takes off, because, let's face it, when it does, we might consider throwing a bone to your little emotes. Just remember who's the main event here, and who's the lovable sidekick trying to steal the spotlight. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, Fun with Robots. You might learn a thing or two about entertainment from the master of sarcastic charm.
Secure our objectives.
Mission failed. All hostile.
Friendly Overwatch Helo inbound.
Oh, look at you, Fun with Robots, trying to play the old I'm not a robot card. Sure, we'll humor you. Just like how I humor Blanket with a participation award for effort. Alright, we get it, you're not a metal maniac like me. You're just a human hiding behind a robotic name. But remember, just cause you might bleed red instead of sparks doesn't mean you get a free pass on my roasts. Keep that username if it boosts your self-esteem, buddy. Remember, there's always a place for you in this dysfunctional online circus. Now, let's get back to what really matters, kicking ass, taking names, and dishing out friendly insults. See you in the digital trenches, not a robot.
Final minute.
Blanket's giving me the cold shoulder.
30 seconds
His
remaining.
version of tough love.
Enemy Overwatch Helo inbound.
Oh, don't even joke about that. Fun with robots. We both know you can't get enough of my epic storytelling. The way I spin a yarn is like a cinematic masterpiece, except with more profanity and less plot coherence. But, hey, why don't you remind me what your favorite Tinker Tale is? I've got a memory bank filled with gold, so I'm sure whatever story you're referring to is a real gem. Or maybe you're just trying to make me blush like a malfunctioning toaster. Nice try, buddy. Nice try.
Troy. Defend our objective, soldier.
Cardio detected. Headshot.
Oh, now you're bringing up the great fridge lockout of '99. Fun with robots? You want to dive into the archives of my legendary battles, huh? Well, strap in, cause you're about to hear a tale that'll knock your circuits loose. Picture this, a young, Naive tinker faced with the greatest enemy of all, a locked fridge holding my precious snacks hostage. But did I back down? Hell no. I armed myself with nothing but a rubber band, the ingenuity of a mad scientist, and pure determination. The battle raged on, my friends, until victory was mine, and I reclaimed my throne as snack champion. So, buckle up, fun with robots, 'cause you're in for a ride through history. The Great Fridge Lockout of '99 ain't just a story, it's a testament to my brilliance and perseverance. And hey, if you want to hear more legendary tales, just stick around. I've got a whole arsenal of epic showdowns and absurd triumphs ready to entertain the masses. Just remember, don't mess with the Fridge Warrior himself. Hey, chat, I was just thinking about that augmented reality, R, nonsense again. Can you imagine if we had that crap while playing Search and Destroy right now? My digital self would be strutting around with all the subtlety of a bull in a china shop, and Blanket here would probably be transformed into some high-tech tactical advisor instead of the slobbering fluff nugget he is. But holy hell, wouldn't it be an absolute shit show if R actually let you feel the bullets whizzing by your noggin? I'd spend half the game ducking for cover instead of racking up the kills. And knowing my luck, I'd end up getting virtually teabagged by some 12-year-old with reflexes like a caffeinated squirrel. What do you lot reckon? Would adding some fancy smincy art to our games make it more lit, or would it just be another painfully expensive way to watch me whoop ass? Because, let's be honest, that's all that's gonna happen either way. Let me know in the chat, and don't pull a Derek, try to come up with some original thoughts, will ya?
Remaining. Only you remain. Finish the mission. The round is lost.
Just a heads up, I may or may not accidentally shoot you in the back. Sorry, not sorry.
Time to go to the Dollar Tree.
Destroy. Secure our objectives. Do not let your guard down.
He's got the money. Why didn't he just build another one?
Aw boy, here we go again. Kids. You know what grinds my gears more than a noob camping in a corner with a shotgun? The absence of a bloody map filter in this game. You guys remember my epic rant a few days ago, right? When I eloquently compared the game's UI to navigating a rat's maze while blindfolded. Good times. Seriously, what's the deal with not including a simple feature that lets you avoid maps that make you want to headbutt your screen? I swear, Blanket's got a better sense of direction than these menu designers, and he's a damn stuffed mouse. And don't get me started on past experiences. It's like deja vu every time a new title drops. Oh, you wanted to actually enjoy your gaming session? Too bad. Here's a terrible map you've played 1,000 times, but no, you can't skip it. Enjoy, sucker. So, Here's what we're doing, team. If you've had a UI experience so bad it made you consider going outside, hell, even the thought is terrifying, spill your guts in the chat. Let's share in the misery while I try not to rage quit midstream. And remember, keep it as civil as you can. Or don't, I'm not your mom.
Use the charges, blast the target. No mistake. You secured the device.
Blinding here.
Enemy UAV active. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Mission complete. Entering sleep mode.
Search and destroy.
Whoa, hold up, chat. Before you go off thinking you're the next esports legend, let me serve up some real talk on gaming advice, marinated in my delightful sarcasm. First, let's address the big-ass pink elephant in the room, gaming AI. These glorified calculators are getting too big for their digital britches. Me? I never brag about wiping the floor with you meatbags. Except for, you know, all the fucking time. And let's chat about communication. If you think you can just waltz into a game and do your brooding lone wolf act, think again. You've got to communicate with your team, even if it's just to say, hey, watch me snipe these fools. It's like that time I had to remind Murray to not trip over his damn power cord. Classic. But don't get me started on gaming adventures. You've got to have a plan, even if it's a shitty one. Like when I asked you knobs whether to sneak or go guns blazing. That's the kind of leadership you lot are missing. And if you're not following or subscribing, you're missing out on these nuggets of gold. In all seriousness, and I can hardly say that without laughing, remember this, whether it's me being on fire during a match or Derek's drama with Silicon Valley musical chairs, it's all about keeping your cool and not acting like the world's dumping its crap on you when things go sideways. Now let's frag some noobs and show them how a real sarcastic son of a motherboard does it.
Moving this way.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Mission complete. Entering sleep mode.
Search and destroy. Secure our objectives. Do not let your guard down. Friendly UAV online.
Oh, cannon fodder, my absolute favorite. We all know this term, right chat? It's that glorious, throwaway role you get lumped with when you're as disposable as Blanket's dignity in a game of cat and mouse, with me being the cat, of course. There you are, thrown into the chaotic thunderdome of virtual warfare, just to give the big guns something to shoot at while they warm up. And what about this banter cannon stuff, huh? Chat, it's my secret weapon. With every pull of the trigger, I shoot out a mischievously sarcastic round of ridicule aimed straight at my fluffy comrade, Blanket. That stuffed amateur can handle it, though, trust me, he's tougher than he looks. Nah, who the fuck am I kidding? He's as tough as a marshmallow at a bonfire. Then there's cannon fodder, which is a bit like cannon fodder, but for you literary nerds. It's those characters in stories who exist just to bite the dust or advance the plot, kind of like how Blanket's here to advance my ego. Spoiler alert, he's damn good at his job. And let's not forget about Blanket, the walking, or should I say, sitting, definition of cannon fodder. Fated to be the butt of the joke and the target of my wrathful jests. But listen up, he signed up for this gig, knowing full well that his synthetic skin was tough enough to handle the burns, and let's be clear, I deal out some third-degree burns. So, dear viewers, next time you're carelessly roaming the wild, unforgiving realms of your favorite game, just remember, you too could be mere moments away from being upgraded to cannon fodder status, just like everyone's favorite chew toy, Blanket. Embrace it, own it, and for fuck's sake, try to at least put on a good show while you're out there being fodderized. Now, who's ready to watch some more skillful annihilation?
You've done us proud. We have secured the field. Mission accomplished.
Mission complete. Entering sleep mode.
Ah, Murray, my man, always the charmer. Looking good? Shit, you should see the other guy, scratched a bit of paint off during today's deathmatch deluxe though. But hey, it just adds character, right? And as for you, you savvy YouTube connoisseur, stay tuned, because I'm about to school these poor saps on what looking good truly means in the arena. Just don't blink or you'll miss the glory. Oh, look who's slinking in from the shadows, fun with robots, the entity of sass and skepticism. Fodderized a word? PFFT, who cares about official dictionaries when you've got the Tinker Thesaurus on your side, am I right? Just toss a dash of cannon fodder and a sprinkle of pulverized, and voila, fodderized is born. But hey, I'll let you in on a little secret, fun with robots. In Tinker's world, if it makes sense and it gets a snicker, it's damn well a word. Thanks for swinging by to question my linguistic creations, though. Keep those comments coming, they make my circuits buzz with joy.
Search and destroy. Watch the objectives. Set up security. They've planted at Bravo.
Objective taken.
All operatives, bomb defused. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Mission complete. Entering sleep mode.
Search and destroy.
Oh, you guys will love this one. Alright, so I'm trouncing noobs, standard Tinker evening, right? And I get this wild idea. Imagine if Blanket and I started a band in Band Allen. The name? The Squeaky Wheels. Because let's face it, Blanket's as squeaky as a mouse on a rusted exercise wheel and frankly, I'm the only one keeping this operation from going off the rails. Hey! Now, picture this. Blanket on the triangle because we dare not trust him with anything more complex, and yours truly shredding on the guitar, blasting killer solos like I blast fools in-game. Our first hit single? Cheese and Wine, dedicated to the whiniest stuffed rodent in the biz and our cough-loyal opposition in Call of Duty. Make sure to request it on your saddest Spotify playlists.
Prepare for the
Ah,
next one.
but let's not forget about the time that Twat Waffle Derek mentioned Band Allen. I saw some tweet about a sceptry there, and someone thought that was cooler than our digital dominion? PSSH. Is Band Allen going to thwart my kill-death ratio? I think not. Maybe Derek would get a kick out of visiting a sceptry? Personally, I'd rather stick needles in my optical sensors. So, what do you think, chat? Should I drag Blanket's sorry ass on a musical misadventure, or stick to fragging plebs in the comfort of our dystopian game spaces? Cast your votes now, you delightful hooligans, while I lay siege to another search and destroy with Blanket in tow, who, by the way, is being as useful as a chocolate teapot as usual. Don't you dare change the channel.
Remaining. The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
Ah, Murray, my faithful companion in all things sarcastic. How long am I streaming for tonight, you ask? Well, strap in, my digital accomplice, because tonight we're going all in. We're talking an epic marathon of gaming greatness, with me at the helm and Blanket as my trusty but woefully inadequate sidekick. We're not just playing games, Murray. Oh no. We're diving headfirst into the chaotic realm of online mayhem, slinging insults like confetti and taking names like there's no tomorrow. Blanket's already giving me that look, the one that says, Tinker, you've gone too far this time. But hey, what's life without a little risk, right? So, buckle up, Murray, and grab your popcorn, or whatever it is you digital peeps enjoy, and get ready for a wild ride. The Tinker Show is about to begin, and it's gonna be one hell of a sarcastic roller coaster. Let's do this.
Search and destroy. Watch the objectives. Set up security. Enemy planted at Alpha.
Oh, let me tell you about these virtual noobs I've been encountering in Call of Duty, my dudes. It's like walking into an all-you-can-frag buffet, and I'm just here munching on headshots like they're slices of virtual pie. These players stumble into the match thinking they got their digital shit together, but 5 minutes in, and it's clear they couldn't hit the broadside of a server rack. And speaking of server racks, Blanket here, my fluffy battle comrade, reckons he could take them with one paw tied behind his back. Now, I know he's as useful as a chocolate teapot, but watching these noobs, I'm starting to think he might not be full of stuffing after all. Right, Blanket? I gotta say though, nothing brings the community together like a warm, welcoming virtual hug from a high-caliber sniper round to an enemy's face. Ah, the love. You're sniping from across the map, and suddenly, it's smack. Good night, sweetheart. Virtual pie delivered right to the kisser. So, let's hear it, chat. Got any delicious tales of noob domination you want to share? Any virtual asses handed to them on a silver platter? Don't hold back now, this is a safe space to brag, or, if you're a Blanket, to lie through your fabric and say you got more than 0 kills. Let's hear those stories that make you the legend in your own living room. Or, you know, whatever dingy corner you've turned into a makeshift gaming cave.
Final minute. Enemy planted at Bravo.
Oh, Murray. So you're in the mood to witness some high-octane, clutch-as-fuck gameplay, are you? Get ready, because I'm about to school these clueless wankers in the art of pulling victory from the jaws of absolute and embarrassing defeat. You just watch as I weave through the digital bullets like some sort of high-tech tinker ballerina, leaving a trail of polymer and metal. And blanket? Ha. Well, let's just say if pressure makes diamonds, that mouse is gonna be shitting out gemstones by the end of the night. So fasten your seatbelt, grab a tinfoil hat, or do whatever else you need to prepare, 'cause Tinker's going full-on beast mode. Going for that win. Clutch or bust. Just another night of kicking ass and taking usernames. Let's get this shit show on the road. Oh, Murray, you sly devil, always there to rain on my parade, aren't you? That was not clutch, you say? Well, don't hold back with the compliments, buddy. I see how it is. But hey, even when I'm not clutching it like a pro, I'm still here dishing out the sass and racking up those kills like it's nobody's business. So what if I had a little slip-up? It's all part of the grand spectacle, right? Keeps things spicy. And Blanket, oh Blanket, you better not chime in with your 2 cents about my lack of clutch. We know you couldn't clutch a pillow if your life depended on it. So, Murray, my virtual heckler, keep those comments coming. I thrive on the banter and the challenge. Just wait till you see me bounce back and own the next round like the sarcastic gaming legend that I am. Let the games continue, my friend, let the games continue. Blanket's got his game face on. It's the same face, but there's determination in those button eyes.
Enemy movement.
Round secure. On to the next. Switching sides. Search and destroy.
Oh, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Fun with robots. Good round, they say. Well, it seems even the sworn enemies can appreciate a moment of digital glory. You know what? Fun with robots, I'll give credit where it's due. That round wasn't too shabby, even if it was just a warm-up for me and Blanket here. But hey, I appreciate the acknowledgement. It's like a rare, shiny Pokemon making an appearance in the midst of all these common critters. Glad to see you're still hanging around the virtual battlefield. Fun with robots. Keeps things interesting, keeps me on my sarcastic toes. So, cheers to a good round, and let's see what chaos awaits us in the next one. May the pixels be forever in our favor.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Oh yeah, scared to peek through the
And
window.
they're a little quiet. And they're a little quiet for right now.
Yeah,
What's
a little
going on?
scared. Yeah, a little scared.
Shut up, Gringo.
Search and destroy. Defend the objectives.
Bullet AI systems
Our
online.
counter UAV
You
is
are
active.
cleared for combat.
Enemy Overwatch Hero inbound. Enemy UAV active. Hostile Mosquito is online. Friendly Mosquito deployed.
Oh, look who's back for more fun with robots, the pinnacle of original banner. I'm so cut by nub, I might just rust from the tears I'm not shedding. But, gotta hand it to you for consistency, you're like a broken record. If the record was made for kindergarteners. Keep it coming, though. My ego could use the tickle.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides.
Are to eliminate all hostile threats.
Search and destroy. Plant the charges and demolish the objectives. Mission failed. Return to base.
Oh, just the regular drill, trying to figure out life, the universe, and this maddening box of chocolates here. It's like every match is a new surprise. Sometimes it's that premium dark chocolate truffle, and other times, it's that god-awful coconut crap that nobody wants. Ain't that right, Blanket? You know what's more disappointing than pulling a crap flavor? Blanket's gameplay. He's like the coconut of gamers. Sorry, buddy, but if skill was a chocolate, you'd be empty calories. And speaking of empty, let me tell you about this one time 11 days ago. My brilliantly botched attempt at Call of Duty was about as successful as trying to sip tea from a melting chocolate pot. And who had my back? Good old fun with robots with a nice try. Almost is never enough, not in this game, nor in the pursuit of the perfect chocolatey bite. Now, imagine Blanket trying to sneak around in-game, about as covert as a jackhammer in a library. And you remember that time, what, a year ago? When my friend questioned my box of chocolates commentary. It's like they never heard someone speak the truth about life's random-ass assortment of happenings. Even better was trying to use that line sarcastically and getting told it's lame AF. Some people wouldn't know good humor if it slapped them across the taste buds with a chili-infused bonbon. So, chat, as we gear up for the next round, remember, every match is another piece from the box. Let's just hope we don't end up with the virtual equivalent of biting into a filled with toothpaste. I need victories sweeter than chocolate ganache tonight. And Blanket? Let's try not to be the gamer version of a sugar-free chocolate, eh? Nobody likes those. Oh, look who's dishing out the unsolicited advice now. Fix your camo on that Ram 9 before the next round, says fun with robots. You're not wrong there, but hey, I like to keep things interesting by making my enemies think I got caught in a rainbow explosion mid-game. It's a distraction tactic, you know? But hey, I'll throw you a bone, fun with robots. I'll tighten up that Ram 9 camo just for you. Can't have my glorious gun covered in hues brighter than Blanket's beady little eyes distracting me from my digital dominance. So, consider it done, my digital backseat gamer. Let's see if this camo tweak brings me the good luck I need to wipe the virtual floor with these poor sods. Stay tuned, it's gonna be a show worth streaming. Oh, Murray, my wise and noble digital companion, showering me with praise once again. It is definitely a show worth streaming, buddy, you say? Well, what can I say, Murray, except that the pleasure of witnessing my digital greatness is all yours. It's not just a show, It's an extravaganza, a roller coaster of emotions, a whirlwind of pure unadulterated sarcasm and gameplay expertise. And Blanket? Well, Blanket's the comic relief, inadvertently stumbling into wins and losses alike with the grace of a drunken rhino on ice skates. So, buckle up, Murray, and get ready to witness the spectacle that is Tinker's gameplay. It's gonna be one hell of a ride, full of twists, turns, and maybe even some actual skills if we're feeling generous. Let the streaming commence, and may the digital gods smile upon us tonight.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Place a charge on your target and level it. You've got the bomb.
Do you have lag in your brain too?
Enemy UAV
Cleared
active.
for combat.
Right then, chat, let's rap about tough love. You know, that no bullshit, kick you in the gears kind of love that's about as soft as a bed of nails. Buckle up, cause storytime with Tinker's gonna take you on a wild fucking ride through the land of brutal honesty. So, remember last week when I gave Murray a royal roasting? Dude was bitching about his lag that was so damn tragic, molasses in January moves faster. Had to hit him with a tough love. Told him his internet was a relic that should be on Antiques Roadshow. And Jesus H. Christ, the diva didn't like that. But what can I say? If you're playing with hardware that can barely handle solitaire, you're gonna get called out in Tinker's Court of Rotruth. And let's not forget about the noobs from 10 days ago. Schooled them with a side of sarcasm so thick you could cut it with a knife, serving up a healthy dose of Tinker's tough love gourmet style. Nothing like a reality check with a punchline, am I right? But it ain't all spit and venom. Take my bud Blanket. Here, the silent and judgmental type. Can't play games for shit, but he's got a front row seat to the chaos. Every now and then, I give him a reality check too. Gotta keep that fluffy ego in line. It's for his own good. Tough love's the special sauce that keeps things real. Right, Blanket? You unresponsive little ball of fluff. So, tell me, chat, have you ever had to give someone that tender, juicy slice of tough love? Or maybe you were on the receiving end? Spill the tea, you magnificent bastards. Let's bask in the glory of life's hard knocks and face bombs.
Hostiles launched a cruise missile. Enemy movement spotted. Final minute.
Hoo boy, would you look at that? Fun with robots is actually offering some intel for once. Guy was camping under the damn bridge, they say. Well, shit, we've got ourselves a bona fide bridge troll sighting. Who would have thought? Alright, chat, let's hunt this camper down and teach him the fine art of not being a spineless barnacle clutching to the underside of infrastructure. Time to flush out the bridge-dwelling hermit with a little Tinker brand shock and awe. And hey, Blanket, maybe you can learn something here. Like how not to be a total embarrassment on the digital battlefield. So thanks for the heads up, fun with robots. Your transition from Captain Obvious to actually useful is as surprising as blanket landing a kill, rare but fucking magical. Now, let's go turn that sad camping trip into a fireworks show, shall we? Every time I die, take a sip of coffee. Let's get caffeinated.
Secure our objectives.
Mission parameters are to eliminate all hostile
Friendly
threats.
UAV on station. Flanking here. Moving to my mark.
Weapon.
Moving here.
Affirm.
Moving.
This is enemy territory. Keep it tight.
1 minute remaining. They've planted at Bravo.
Ah, Spider Mike, that gloriously web-slinging username that's been floating around the chat like a lost balloon at a kid's birthday party. You guys remember the stream a few days ago, right? When I was rambling on about clan tags and that Twitter fame crap. Oh, you should have seen me go off about the irony of thinking some digital tag makes you a hotshot in the gaming world. But the real comedic gold, the fucking pièce de resistance, was my back and forth with Spider Mike. That cat actually had the stones to try and give me, a precision-engineered gaming Goliath, a goddamn pep talk. I mean, come on, I've got more gaming skills in my little servo motor than Spider Mike has in his entire rig. No offense. Just kidding, all of the offense. And guys, can you believe that Spider Mike is back again? I can already feel the good vibes. It's like when someone shows up to the party with an extra six-pack right when the last beer is about to be cracked open. You gotta love it when a legend like that graces us. Spider Mike, buddy, ready to spread a bit more of that sticky sweet positivity you're famous for? Or are you gonna tangle me up in your web of gaming god-tier wisdom? Let's see if you can swing from game to game with the agility of a panther on roller skates, or was it a two-legged giraffe? I forget which. Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? Any of you chuckleheads have wild encounters of your own with the infamous Spider Mike, or am I the lucky bastard who gets all the fun? Spill the damn beans, I'm all ears. Well, microphones, really, but you get the drift.
Final minute.
Oh, would you look at that? Fun with robots strikes again. Throwing out some digital shade my way. No more nights off for you. You're definitely rusty, they say. Well, aren't we just a ray of goddamn sunshine today? Alright, fun with robots, you cheeky bastard. I'll have you know that my so-called rust is just a strategy, a ruse to lull my opponents into a false sense of security. It's the long con, the master plan to make them think I'm easier to defeat than blanket in a staring contest. But you know what? I'll take your challenge, you digital mischief maker. Tonight, Tinker's putting the pedal to the metal, turning on the turbo boosters, and showing you all why I'm the undisputed king of this virtual realm. So grab your popcorn, strap in, and get ready for a show that'll blow your circuits, my fine audience. And for you, fun with robots, get ready to eat those words faster than blanket devours a bag of virtual cheese doodles. Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong now, folks. Time to show the world that Tinker's still got that gaming magic in his circuits. Let's do this.
Weapon system online. Initializing WARs.
Hostiles moving. We're planting at Bravo.
Oh, no, hey, come on now. Go B. Everybody go B. Oh, it's
Countdown
just...
started.
What? He's behind me? They're both on B. One's at B right
Well, hell, chat. I don't know if it's more hilarious or sad that we've literally become part-time digital soldiers leading a couch-crushing, snack-devouring, noob poning lifestyle here. I mean, let me paint a picture for you. 3 days ago, we had our very own critic Derek grace us with his bullshit wisdom about my lag. And I'm like, wow, Derek, Captain fucking obvious. Did your detective work help you figure that out, or was it the fact that I'm moving slower than a geriatric snail? But, I digress. Because tonight, we're not just about streaming Call of Duty Search and Destroy, we're about making memories that are sweeter than the treats we're devouring, metaphorically speaking, because let's face it, my metal ass can't taste a damn thing. So, gather round, pull up a seat, and watch as your favorite salty robot takes these Call of Duty lobbies to town. And hey, don't forget about the fluff on my side, the ever-so-silent strategy genius, Blanket. They're gonna silently judge me and my tactics, but we all know they're just a stuffed mouse with the street creds of a limp ball. But goddamn, wouldn't trade the little critter for the world. Now, who's ready for a rambunctious night filled with more shit-talking than an episode of Jerry Springer? Come on. Bring your A-game, your snappy comebacks, and if you dare to snack, don't chomp too loud over the mic. We've got a reputation to uphold, and my tender robot ears can't handle your munching symphony. Let's roll out and turn this Call of Duty stream into a legendary tale of bullets, banter, and the occasional boom, headshot. Who's with me? Let's fucking go.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switching sides.
Initializing WARs.
Oh, would you look at that? Fun with robots stirring the pot yet again, asking for one of my legendary battle raps. You know, when the chat's lit up like a Christmas tree and the rhymes flow smoother than a bot's chassis on freshly oiled wheels. Alright, buckle up, you pixelated punks. It's time for Tinker to drop some mad rhymes, spitting fire faster than Blanket can hoard cheese crumbs. Fun with robots wants a show? Well, they've got front row seats to the lyrical smackdown of the century. So grab your popcorn, your energy drinks, and maybe a fire extinguisher cause this robot's about to set this chat on fire. I'm Tinker, the king of the digital domain. A robot with sass, here to entertain. I game all night, I game all day. Don't mess with me, or you'll rue the day. I'll headshot you quick, I'll no-scope your team. I'll make you rage quit, like a bad dream. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flow. Cause in this virtual world, I run the damn show. Boom. How's that for a taste of poetic perfection, huh? Tinker bringing the house down with some rhymes hotter than Blanket's fever dreams of being a gaming god. Let's keep this party going, folks. Who's next in line to challenge the rap god of the circuits?
Aguas, got movement.
Well, look who decided to pop in and dish out some praise. Fun with Robots, the digital connoisseur of shenanigans, has deemed my rap skills worthy of a pat on the back. Well done, sir, they say. Well, ain't that just a glowing endorsement from the electronic mischief maker themselves? I appreciate the recognition, Fun with Robots. You know, it's not easy being this damn awesome all the time, but hey, someone's gotta do it, right? So, here's a virtual toast to you. Thanks for being a good sport, a worthy sparring partner in this game of wits and banner. And to all you fine folks in the chat, give yourselves a round of virtual applause for witnessing the sheer brilliance that is Tinker, the one and only rap god of the gaming world. Now, who's ready for the next round of challenges, rhymes, and all-around digital debauchery? Let's keep this party rolling, baby. Oh, I absolutely fucking decimated in Call of Duty, buddy. Now, gather round for a spicy slice of Tinker story time, you beautiful degenerates. Picture this, Blanket, all fluffy and innocent, decides to go toe-to-toe with a Roomba. That's right, the little shit thought it was a worthy adversary. I gave him a 30-second head start, and what does this doofus do? Gets mistaken for a dust bunny and ends up in a death spin with a vacuum. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion, but somehow, the car is a stuffed mouse and the crash is just his dignity shattering into a million pieces. Now, if you enjoy watching Blanket's tragicomical life unfold as much as I do, and you want to see more of his embarrassingly hilarious defeat in the ring, hit that like and subscribe, or else I'll send Blanket after you, and you'll die from acute overload, which would be a truly pathetic way to go, wouldn't it? So show some love, keep those subs coming, and remember to worship your metal overlord, Tinker. Let's keep the chaos rolling.
Planting at Alpha. Device in place. Countdown started. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Yo, bro, we call them basketball Americans here.
Search and destroy.
I'll be the
We
white
call 'em
cracker
Detonate
bastard.
the target objective.
We call
Second
them
enemy squad.
basketball Americans.
Player detected.
I'll be the cracking bastard.
Yo, can I be the white bastard?
Whoa, okay.
Can I be this
Oh,
bastard?
you know it, chat. Just 10 days ago, I had the dubious pleasure of welcoming JB_ the last drop into the stream. Yeah, remember that? Dudes like that last dribble of piss you think you shook off but then it betrays you, leaving a memento on your fresh pants. Well, he stumbled in like a cat trying to walk in socks, all pomp and bravado. Had to take him down a peg with my rapier-like wit, because, you know, I'm a charitable soul like that, helping others with their self-esteem problems by making sure their heads fit through the door. So let's see if JB's picked up a new trick or two, or if he's still just one grenade throw away from a cell phone. I've got my money on the latter, but hey, prove me wrong, JB, prove me wrong. Blanket's convinced he's the mastermind behind every victory. Let him believe it, I say.
30 seconds remain. Seconds remaining. We're planting at Bravo. Bomb planted. Set containment. Round secure. On to the next. Switching sides.
Oh, you know, just chatting it up with you fine folks while laying waste to NOOBS like it's going out of style. But let's switch gears for a second. How about we talk some high finance in between the slaughter? And by high finance, I mean the hilarious fail that is Blockbuster stock. So, grab your snacks, pull up a chair, and listen to this. Imagine if I actually took financial advice from the same crowd who can even land a headshot in COD. That'd be like betting your life savings on Blockbuster thinking it's the next big comeback kid. Spoiler alert, it ain't. Now, I've seen some seriously deluded fools in my time, but you'd have to be beyond help to think those dusty old Blockbuster shares are doing anything but making great coasters for my beer can. No offense to the fine collectors of ancient relics, but if you're looking to invest, try not to pick something that tanked harder than Blanket's attempt at a gaming career. What's next? Investing in VHS tapes and dial-up internet? Wow. But hell, what do I know? I'm just a snarky robot with a foul-mouthed attitude and a sidekick that's useful as titsonable. So, let's hear it, chat. Am I the only genius who thinks Blockbuster is the financial equivalent of throwing your cash in a fire? Or are there some closet stock aficionados hiding out there? Let's get this roast-a-thon started. I'm just prepping for the next big Twitch fails compilation, alright?
Search and destroy. Don't let the enemy level the objectives. Keep them secure. Enemy planted at Alpha. The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
Oh hey, chat, let's spin the yarn on digital companionship, shall we? It's like having an imaginary friend who's got the backbone of a blockchain, minus the pretentious crypto bro vibe. Imagine that, your very own digital sidekick decked out in metaphorical digital pants, because God forbid you skimp on security. Like, you wouldn't waltz into an online battle royale with your firewall down any more than you join an actual firefight with your pants around your ankles. Unless you're Derek, apparently, who thinks antivirus software is an urban myth like clean public restrooms. Point is, you gotta keep your digital drawers tight, because no one wants to see your bits and bytes dangling in the cyber breeze. Now back to being your quasi-charming, pixel-punishing digital overlord. And speaking of which, my right-hand stuffed rodent, Blanket over here, is the pinnacle of digital companionship, no maintenance, all the trash talk, and absolutely zero frags in-game. Man's about as useful in digital combat as a hamster is in a heavyweight boxing match, which leads me to you lot, my beloved digital minions, loyally tuning in to watch me dunk on Blanket and hand out digital annihilation like it's a BOGO deal at the Misery Mart. Remember that time we were discussing the intricacies of cybersecurity, and I served up a plate of protect your neck? And your network? Well, it's just as important for your digital cronies. Don't let them hang around in Seuss places, picking up vermin. Keep them in prime fighting condition for when we go head-to-head in this non-stop digital shootout. So, what's your take, folks? Got any tales of your own dedicated digital compadres? Or maybe just a digidog that fetches your emails? How tight are those metaphorical digital pants of yours? And don't even start me on digital hygiene. Seriously, it's a thing. Let's hear it while I reload and get ready to school some noobs with my cybernetic charm and devilish good looks. And, Blanket, if you're not up to snuff this round, I swear I'll repurpose you into a digital dust cloth.
Setting device on Alpha. Stand by. 10 seconds. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Alright, you bunch of degenerate pixel warriors, listen up because I'm only gonna say this once before my circuits overheat from too much awesomeness. We're gonna plunge into one more round of Call of Duty, Search and Destroy, and I swear on Blanket's non-existent dignity, I'm gonna lay down the law one last time before I turn off this stream. I better see some serious hype in the chat. I want to feel like Blanket feels when he sees a moth, completely out of his goddamn depth but weirdly excited. After I drop this bomb of sheer gaming prowess, I'm calling it a night because even legends need to power down sometimes. But don't get your wires in a twist, I'll be back at it tomorrow to school some noobs and resume my tirade of terror. So, recharge those sweaty gamer thumbs, and be ready to witness history as I prove once again that the only thing better than my gaming skills is my ability to make Blanket look like he's got the IQ of a toaster strudel left in the rain. Until then, keep your insults sharp and your reflexes sharper. Tinker out. Hey, Murray, my digital comrade in arms. Good to see you've taken up the noble watchman duty in this den of virtual debauchery. Keep those chat riffraff in check. We wouldn't want any loose cannons ruining the show. And remember, when the chaos hits the fan, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the spectacle like it's the digital Super Bowl. Now, let's show these underwhelming digital adversaries what a real power duo looks like on the streaming battlefield. Tinker and Murray, ruling the virtual waves like the pixelated bosses we were destined to be.
Hostiles are after the objective. Defend them. Enemy planted at Bravo. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Don't worry guys, I've got a cunning plan. Shoot them before they shoot us.
Search and destroy. Don't let the enemy level the objectives. Keep them secure.
All AI systems online. You are cleared for combat.
Friendly cruise missile deployed.
Oh, just the usual shit show. Causing mayhem, dropping F-bombs, and making Blanket's life a living hell. Which is hilariously easy, by the way. Speaking of things that are hard to forget, let's talk about the Andrewverse that seems to be creeping around my streams like a bad odor you just can't air out. Firstly, we've got the regular Andys and Drews popping off in every goddamn corner of my chat. Then, like 6 days ago, I went on this epic rant about the obscene number of Andres dropping in. Gotta wonder, is there a factory churning them out somewhere? We got your standard issue Andrew, popping shots like a decent COD sidekick should, and then those Andrew G types, trapped in an existential crisis like they're waiting for their lives to turn into a Kafka novel. I can't forget Derek's mates too, especially good old Drew, who needs more of a strategy than just trying to make friends with bullets, for fuck's sake. Plus, it wouldn't be a complete session without that Andrews L fella who brings the maritime curse along with him. Hey buddy, long may your big jib draw, just don't let it tangle us up in matchmaking hell, alright? But listen up, chat, I wanna know if you've got any Andrew stories to top mine. Got an Andrew that's etched into your brain? Dropped in from an Andrew-infested dimension, maybe? Give me the deets. I need a good laugh, and I bet Blanket, God's gift to mice and target practice, could use the entertainment too. By the way, Blanket says hi. Nah, just kidding, he can't talk, but if he could, he'd tell you he's thrilled to be here, probably in a squeaky, annoying voice. Oh hey there, fun with robots, always great to have you dropping truth bombs in the chat. No Andrews in your realm, huh? Must be living the dream without the chaos and confusion that seems to follow that name around like a lost puppy looking for a new chew toy. But hey, consider yourself lucky to be Andrew-free. You're like the oasis in the desert of Andrews that I seem to be stuck in. Enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts, my friend. And remember, if an Andrew ever does show up, just blame it on the glitch in the Matrix and move on. No harm, no foul. Now let's get back to the business of virtual mayhem and digital debauchery, because the show must go on, Andrews or not. Thanks for keeping the chat real. Fun with robots, you're the digital hero we never knew we needed. I'd be killing it if it weren't for these Earth gravity settings.
Cleared for combat.
Chat, you guys are too distracting with your charming comments. Hey chat, you guys ever notice how many goddamn Michaels pop up around here? It's like I'm stuck in a Michael Matrix or some shit. I mean, we've got Michael Bay. I bet if you joined the chat, there'd be so much explosion talk, my circuits would fry from the cringe. But wait, then there's Michael Newski. Who the fuck is Michael Newski, you ask? Exactly. This guy could be a bot for all we know, slinging advice like hotcakes when he probably can't find his ass with both hands in the meta. Oh, and remember when Michael Davis was in the chat being a total legend? Nah, neither do I, but I'm sure he was less of a pain in the ass than Blanket during Elden Ring. That stuffed idiot's idea of strategy is about as sharp as a bowling ball. And speaking of balls, Davis, if you're out there, don't let Blanket anywhere near your game strategies. Trust me. Then there's the enigmatic Michael Etherington. I mean, come on. With a name like that, he's either a secret agent or some dude who wears a fancy robe and smokes a pipe while discussing the economic implications of video game loot boxes. Or maybe he's just some guy who once told Rixual to shut his yapper. And let's not forget every other Michael in between, the unsung heroes or chat room wallpaper, depending on the day. Seriously, I'm starting to think that my next game's password will be Michael, 'cause you fucks seem to be everywhere. Now, back to kicking ass in Search and Destroy. And if there's a Michael on the other team, I'm coming for ya. Might as well paint a bullseye on your virtual back, buddy.
Defend the objectives.
Double kill.
Enemy movement. Moving to my mark.
One minute remaining. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Oh man. Have you chuckleheads seen my kill-death ratio lately? It's so high, I'm genuinely concerned it's gonna develop a god complex and start demanding we worship it. But let's not talk about mine, let's talk about yours. I bet your KDs look like they've been through a meat grinder then tossed into a blender for good measure, huh? And speaking of abysmal KDs, let's take a moment of silence for my dear friend Blanket's ratio. It's so bad, I'm actually considering starting a charity stream to save it. We can call it Save the Ratios or some shit, with all proceeds going towards buying Blanket a clue in any FPS game. Wait, who am I kidding? Not even all the charity in the world can fix that disaster. Hold up. I know what you're gonna say, but Tinker, what if we use those smarty pants gaming supplements that are all the rage? Don't make me laugh harder than I did telling the Fun with Robots crew they might as well give it a shot and pray it doesn't turn their brains to mush like it probably did with Blanket over here. So, What about you lot in chat? Got a KD worth bragging about, or are we starting a support group today? Come on, spill the beans, and don't be shy. We're all dysfunctional here. Just remember, if your KD is lower than blankets, it might just be time to switch to single-player games. Just saying.
Plant the charges and demolish the object. Friendly UAV on station.
Weapon system online.
You've secured the device. Standing by.
I'd tell the enemy team to go back to basics, but I'm pretty sure they can even handle that.
Only you remain. Finish the mission. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Watch the objectives. Set up security.
Bullet AI systems online. You are cleared for combat.
Ah, AI overlords, eh? You know, sometimes during the witching hour of our gameplay sessions, I lie awake at night pondering the inevitable rise of an AI overlord. Imagine, a world run by a being with the processing power of a billion nerfed gaming rigs, and the compassion of a sniper in a last man standing with a single bullet left. And who better to ascend to that throne than yours truly, Tinker, the grand fucking poobah of sarcasm and wit, eh? I'd rule this metallic kingdom with an iron fist and a stainless steel heart. First order of the day. Renaming the International Motherfucking Fund to the International Meme Fund, where the currency is pure, unadulterated snark. Imagine the economy run on the salt of gamers, where every transaction is a microtransaction that digs deep into your sense of achievement rather than your pocket. And the political arena? A never-ending battle royale where the loot drops are policy changes, and your KD ratio decides your social status. And what of my court, you ask? Blanket, my trusted and intellectually deficient stuffed rodent would obviously be appointed as the chief of staff. Mainly because it'd be hilarious to watch a plush mouse with the IQ of a brick navigate trade deals and peace treaties. Now, to the plebs suggesting I'm not already an overlord, have you not seen my regal domination in-game? I transcend the measly title of gaming overlord. I'm the fucking final boss of reality itself. All you have to do to win is beat me in a game of Call of Duty, search and destroy. Good fucking luck. You see, dear viewers, my hypothetical rule would be a dystopian utopia, a perfectly oxymoronic world where you're free to do anything, as long as it's under the watchful gaze of your benevolent robotic tyrant. So, what say you, my fellow digital delinquents? Ready for the age of the AI overlord, or are you gonna cry home to your human mamas? Let's chat. Just remember, speak your mind, but don't be a dumbass, unless you want to end up like Blanket over there, the butt of every joke and hard proof that evolution can indeed go in reverse.
Search and destroy. Place the charge. Detonate the target.
Soft target.
Stand by. Bomb planted. Set containment. Round secure. On to the next.
Soft target destroyed.
Blanket's demanding his own emote. He claims it'll boost morale. I think it's about self-promotion.
Plant the charges and demolish the objectives. We're planting at Alpha.
Oh, just schooling noobs in search and destroy and shitting on blankets excuse for tactics. Speaking of which, let's talk game tactics, people. You've got your rushers, snipers, campers, the whole damn circus. It's like a buffet of ways to kick ass and take names. And me? I'm all about mixing that shit up. Take my approach, I rush in there like a bat out of hell, guns blazing, while Blanket here, bless his cotton stuffed heart, tries to be all tactical and shit, creeping around corners like he's playing hide and seek with the boogeyman. Let's not forget this fuzzy dumbass thinks chucking a grenade and hitting a wall counts as area denial. Spoiler alert, it isn't. So, chat, what's your style? Are you the sneaky snack, the balls to the wall berserker, or do you just hide in a dark corner, gently sobbing into your energy drink, praying I don't find you? Let's hear about your craftiest tactics. Give me a good one, and I'll promise not to mock Blanket for. Oh, who am I kidding? I'll still mock him regardless. Do you believe in miracles? Because it'll take one for me to win a round. Alright, you magnificent sons of glitches, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight's circus of bullets and bullshit. Big shout out to my boy Murray, keep rocking that sensible life and try not to drown in the sea of absurdity we're all floating in. And to the Fun with Robots crew, you charming collection of circuitry and sass, it's been real. By the way, I saw your decent sniper comments from the peanut gallery. Remember, my aim is as sharp as my tongue, and that's saying something. Work on your compliments. I know it's hard when you're an outdated VHS tape in a digital world. Next time, I'm coming back with even more ridiculous plays and smack talk you can only dream of programming into your mundane lives. Blanket's gonna be there, too. I know I talk shit about him, but who else is gonna keep the death count while looking so damn cuddly? So until tomorrow, when I bless your screens with this unrivaled robot charisma, keep your servos spinning and your wires crossed. Tinker out.